Why then do you live back in the days? Don't be left behind. Join the new normal of digital world. Let radio and television be at your fingertips. Get news and current events, entertainment, sports, kiddies programs, and more at your beck and call on Al-IyamoyeTv and radio. Just visit and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on all social media platforms. Then you are a global citizen. Al-IyamoyeTv and radio. Voice of the voiceless.
Al-IyamoyeTv Radio, voice of the voiceless.
This is the world news on Al-IyamoyeTv and radio. Good afternoon. I am Modupe, Akinyosoye. Here are the top stories. Shettima to represent President Tinubu at Third Belt Road Forum in China. Senate President promises action on Lagos-Ota-Abeokuta Expressway. In business, Lagos resumes Blue Rail Line operations, increases daily trips to 54. On the foreign scene, ECOWAS warns against premature declarations of victory in Liberia election. In sport, Osimhen Iheanacho ruled out of Nigeria's game against Mozambique. Details of this and more coming up shortly. Welcome back. Now the news and details. The Vice President, Kashim Shettima, on Sunday departed Nigeria to represent President Bola Tinubu at the Third Belt and Road Initiative Forum in Beijing, China, holding from October 16 to 18. This was disclosed in a statement on Sunday by the Senior Special Assistant to the President on Media and Communications, Office of the Vice President, Mr. Stanley Nwocha. The Vice President would join world leaders from over 130 countries in Africa, Asia, Europe, and Latin America to deliberate on the theme high quality belt and road cooperation together for common development and prosperity. According to the statement, the Vice President is expected to avail Nigeria of the platform provided by the forum to woo investors for more developmental projects. Shettima would hold bilateral meetings with other world leaders to promote Nigeria's trade and investment relations in line with the economic agenda of the Tinubu administration. The Senate President, Godswill Akpabio, has promised to give the necessary support to Ogun State government on the reconstruction of all the deplorable federal roads in the state, especially the Lagos-Ota-Abeokuta Expressway. Akpabio stated this at the grand finale of the Yewa Cultural Festival with the theme Celebration of Culture, Tradition, Music, Cuisine and Dance held at the ultra-modern pavilion Empire Field, Ilaro, Yewa, Ogun State on Saturday. The Senate President, who noted that it took his term more than 2 hours to drive to Ilaro from Lagos, said he insisted on driving to the venue to have first-hand knowledge of what people go through on the road every day. Akpabio promised that the Senate would ensure that the construction of a road was handed over to a competent contractor and in that they would work with the administration of Governor Akpabio to ensure its completion. Earlier in his remarks, Governor Abiodun pleaded with the Senate to prevail on the federal government to transfer the reconstruction of the Lagos-Ota-Abeokuta road to the state because of its importance to the socio-economic development of the state. The governor said it took him 3 hours to drive from Abeokuta to Ilaro, noting that efforts made by the state to ensure the transfer of the road had not yielded any positive result. The Minister of Interior, Olubunmi Tunji-Ojo, says efforts are being made to provide the required tools and gadgets at various border posts and airports to monitor real-time the activities of the movement of people and goods as it is done in advanced countries of the world. He stated this on Sunday at a function in Ile-Ife, Osun State. According to the minister, he would prefer to be known for securing the nation's borders against those he described as external aggressors and arms traffickers. The minister also regretted that the issuance of international passports for qualified Nigerians had for long been seen as a privilege. Two wanted heads of transnational criminal organizations with a multi-billion naira worth of illicit drugs have been arrested by the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency. NDLEA Director of Media and Advocacy, Femi Babafemi, disclosed this in a statement on Sunday, saying the agency also seized assets from the traffickers after weeks of intelligence-led operations within and outside the country. The duo, who concealed cocaine and heroin in their bellies, were arrested after NDLEA operatives intercepted consignment designated to Paris, France, and Doha at the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport in Lagos. Lagos State Blood Transfusion Service said it has shut a private hospital located at Agor Okota in Oshodi Solo, local government area of the state, for allegedly collecting and transfusing on-screen blood. The executive secretary of the agency, Dr. Boduri, who disclosed this, said the health facility was sealed following a tip-off by a concerned citizen. The executive secretary stated that the details of the blood donors and transfusion recipients have been retrieved from the management of the facility. He added that citizens who had been transfused with unscreened units of blood at the facility are being traced as part of protocol in order to know their clinical health status, ascertain and ensure their health safety. The All Progressives Congress APC in Ondo State has accused the opposition People's Democratic Party PDP of plans to instigate a crisis over the absence of Governor Rotimi Akeredolu in the state. The APC, in a statement issued by its publicity secretary, Mr. Alex Kalejaye, said the PDP would have concluded arrangements to stage a mass protest to demand the whereabouts of Governor Akeredolu on Monday. However, the PDP, through its spokesperson, Kennedy Porete, said the APC is only afraid of its shadows, having failed to meet the expectations of the people. But Porete urged the ruling party to either ask Governor Akeredolu to come out or resign. You are listening to the world news on Al-IyamoyeTv and radio. Still to come, business, foreign and sport news. Stay with us. Welcome back. Thank you for staying with us to the rest of the news. In business and economy news, the Lagos Metropolitan Area Transport Authority, LAMATA, says the Blue Rail will resume passenger operations on Monday. In a post on its official X account on Sunday, LAMATA released an updated timetable for the train services, showing that daily trips have been increased to 54. According to the schedule, the earliest trip from Mile 2 to the Marina route is at 6:30 a.m., while the last trip is at 9:25 p.m., with stops at National Theatre, Igomu, and Alaba. On the foreign scene, the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, has warned candidates in Liberia's elections against any premature declarations of victory, saying it would crack down on instigators of violence. Liberians went to the poll on October 10 with current president and football legend George Weah seeking re-election. ECOWAS, in a statement published on its website on Sunday, commended the people of Liberia for a peaceful voting process on election day. The Commission also admonished all Liberian stakeholders to abide by the democratic tenets of a peaceful and credible electoral process as provided for by the Liberian Constitution. In the world of sport, FIFA has confirmed the match officials for Nigeria's friendly match against Mozambique today, Monday. Miguel Nogueira from Portugal will serve as match referee. His compatriots Paulo Braz, Ana Loide, and Bruno Vieira will work as assistant referee 1, assistant referee 2, and fourth official, respectively. The match kicks off at 4 p.m. Portugal-Nigeria time. Meanwhile, Super Eagles duo Victor Osimhen and Kelechi Iheanacho have been ruled out of the team's friendly game against Mozambique. This is according to a Sunday update on the team's X handle. Osimhen was substituted in Friday's 2-2 draw with Saudi Arabia, while Iheanacho scored Nigeria's second goal in the encounter. Osimhen will miss the match duel to what the team's handlers refer to as precautionary measure on advice of the medical team. Iheanacho was excused to enable him to attend to pressing personnel issues. To end the world news, a quick recap of the major stories. We reported that Shetima to represent President Tinubu at Third Belt Road Forum in China. Senate President promised action on Lagos-Ota-Abeokuta Expressway. In business, we told you that Lagos resumed Blue Rail line operations, increased daily trips to 54. On the foreign scene, ECOWAS warned against premature declarations of victory in Liberia election. In sports, we also reported that Osimhen Iheanacho ruled out of Nigeria's game against Mozambique. The World News was edited and produced by Abidat Tawheed. For more news and updates, you can follow us on our social media platform on Facebook, www.facebook.com/Al-IyamoyeTV radio, on the X platform, formerly Twitter, at @Iyamoye_TV, and on Instagram at Al-IyamoyeTV. You can also stream live by logging on to our website, www.Al-IyamoyeTVradio.com. Thank you so much for listening. I am Modupe Akinyosoye. Good afternoon.